skirt.
Yeah, because I want to have the other piece.
Okay.
So let's just, if not enough, then we're going to use bobby pins.
You have some? These are going to be far away, remember? Because I'm getting the whole blowing thing. You're not going to see those.
But I need also exact picture that I send you. Remember, it's
Is it close up? Yeah.
it's close up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like you still see the body.
And you took all the strings in?
Don't touch right.
This beautiful lady, but she's young. I mean, she does have insecurities. But okay, but people who actually are like in her age, it's okay to be insecure. But people who come to your shoot, there are middle-aged women, and you like take that image and you put this in the highest, greatest power.
Close. I can stretch it on either side. You go under.
Yeah, this portion.
I really would like to have more down to the hip on that. There you go.
That's all you, right? How you
What does the color red?
represents
Yeah.
blood. True blood, vampire. Well, red is very powerful color. It's very red is it's a statement.
Pretty good. How you doing there, sir?
So if you have red, it's obviously association with power and a statement and aggression, maybe. That's what red is. You create that. You suck at the best of her in her thoughts, and you personify in this portrait. It's like speaking and meditating with your best eye. Eye at the power. But it doesn't sink in through in a daily life because we deal with a lot of transitions and learned behavior, and it's like layers of these filters how we communicate with other people. Learn mistakes and learn perception about themselves. So you come along with your photography, of your art photography, you just rip everything off. All this insecurity, all these layers, all these presumptions, all these beliefs them about themselves. And you capture the best of it. This is what I love about you. You capture this power inside of those girls. Forgotten power or hidden aside. And you bring this up.
Unrecognized.
Unrecognized, sometimes unrecognized. And you capture this in a material image. That they can look every time they don't feel good. Every time they have the worst day in their life. Every time they don't have desire to move forward or being frustrated or just depressed and not willing to do anything, they can just look at the best image of their life, digital or in picture, because you can print that.
Roy, why don't you step in here? He's going to get a little film of this.
Instagram or Facebook?
Both,
Where's the
actually.
powder puff?
Chuck, do you mind bringing my brush for my hair?
Here?
Yeah. It's where my purse is.
So how does it feel to get all this attention?
Well, to me it's normal. I got a lot of attention all the time, so I'm comfortable with this look. As long as I can pull it off, and I'm more worried about not attention outside, I'm about my performance.
Okay, so you getting a lot of attention is something that normally happens for you?
I like to be in circle of attention, yes. I am a performer. I'm born to be on a stage. There are some people who are born to be on a stage, and there are some not.
Okay.
I'm born to be on a stage.
If this were a movie, what would it be called?
How about some vampire movie? Twilights again.
Say that again?
Twilights. Like Twilights.
Yeah, why don't we call it Love, Sex, and Vampires?
I don't like sexualize everything. Actually, I think beauty, the perfection of the beauty, just like Aphrodite, goddess of, one of their perfection and purity, goddess of purity.
To me, it's not necessarily it should be sexual. I think it's been overused and over-manipulated. So sexuality might have beautiful side of it, but I think beauty should come first and then sexuality.
You guys can walk in front of us. That's okay.
Well, I guess from a woman's
BTS? Are you tagging already, then? All right.
from the point of view of the goddess, that may be true, but I think men probably will look at your photos probably in a different way than you might. And they could see. I'm sure they could see. The cerebral side of you, especially in your responses in the video.
Well, as you can see, I'm working, as you may see, and if you follow my Instagram and my Facebook page and actually work I've done, I only work with, I try to work with true artists, and Chuck Kuliman, SteamPunk Chuck, one of the true digital artists. I mean, there is a photographers and there are digital artists, and he one of them. So even if you can see in there's a some of sneak or shadow of sexuality, this is not more a point. The point is this high fine art, and when he make a picture, it's become an art picture. When it's no longer photography, it's something which will be hanging on the wall and maybe admired for years. So that's a definition. So I think obviously I have sexual look, or maybe men can see sexual look, but it's not what I'm trying to portray in my photography. And I was very lucky working with people who are actually true artists and trying to bring so much inner beauty in my shots. And I'm just allow them to capture it and create that beauty together and create that magic.
I would just say that the tree behind you is very beautiful. It's a beautiful tree. Many people will enjoy it for years to come, like you said, but I'm afraid people would look at you differently than the way they would look at the tree.
Well, I agree with you that
Repeat the question.
the tree is different than when people will be looking at this, they will be looking at the trees, and actually they will be paying attention to me. Well, I am like one solid piece which combine, kind of like sucking in a beauty in one single spot, and then single spot would be me in red dress. And this is so powerful that pretty much I think anyone would be on my place and have as much attention and as much magic going on. It's just being on the right place in the right time, and that's why we have this wind going on, because everything comes around in one single spot. It's like there's a lazy way to look at the picture, and then you sharp laser focus on one single idea. One simple and single idea. It's beautiful, blonde, and red.
All of that sounds very good. It's very cerebral, but men are just not that complicated when it comes to
Could I
beauty.
step in there a little
Sure.
bit?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your last name?
Petey Wheatstraw.
She's trying
She
to
doesn't
tell
know
you.
anything about Petey Wheatstraw. Beauty is, there's two different versions of beauty. There's the male perspective, then there's the female perspective. What I try to do as a photographer is I try to view my version of beauty through the female's eyes. I try to don a set of female glasses. Most of the women call me the gayest straight guy ever. I get into the hair, I get into the makeup, I get into the more of the emotional side of beauty. What I try to do is women want to be approached and they don't want to be judged. So what I do is I try to portray power. I try to allow them to get outside of their comfort zone. I ask them to speak without showing the things that men would say is beautiful, but what the world and what true artists would believe. So I think our collaboration is just a culmination of us two coming together with the same goal in mind, coming from two different rivers, but coming into one, forming a sea together. We are a force to be reckoned with. My girl.
I love it.
And this like looking with in your best yourself and going back to your basics and thinking about what what my goals in life. That's what you give them. It's not just an illusion. You're not just making people beautiful. You actually bring in the best in it. That's what creates you. I mean, you can have a glamour photography. There's a lot of people who make glamour photography. They can shape and using photography Adobe Premiere tool.
Mm-hmm.
They can make glance skin and images. But this is images when they don't leave any thoughts behind, or it's just a beautiful cover, just like another one. There's nothing special about it.
Eva, when you hold that really tight, it creates the tension on the top half, and it really makes this act like a parachute.
I got it, Jack.
I love that shirt, man.
Show enough now. Show enough not bad, yeah. Been sitting here thinking, talking to myself, trying to find answers to why we're here. Now people call me crazy, talking to myself, but I'm trying to find solutions to a commonwealth.
Have enough of that. Now you want to the close-up ones. I want to get some full-body ones, but I want you to wear. You have enough room up there with your shoes? Yeah. Okay. Here, I'll bring them to you. Did I move too fast, sir?
No, you good.
And I have your phone in my back pocket.
This is to take camera maybe Roy can do some behind the scene on the phone.
He's actually posting now. We got another guy behind us sneaking some shoots in. I feel another camera trigger behind me.
Does that bother you?
No, not at all. No, not you, but one behind me.
No, I know who you're talking about, but does he bother you?
No. It's good. It's good. He can't edit like me anyway, so. That sounded arrogant, didn't it?
I'm not going to give him my modeling release, so tell him right away. He's not allowed to.
You hear the model? She says she's not going to render any modeling releases to anyone else taking, what do they call, over the shoulder shoots. Let me test my lighting here, and your shorts are showing.
If you gotta have a term for your style of shooting, what would it be?
My style of shooting, I would call it Rembrandt. Rembrandt, he used to paint under candlelight. And as he's painting through candlelight, he has a lot of shadows that appear in his work. His art has, stood the, time. And I like to try to recreate that in my work, but in a more modern day fashion. There again, steampunk is 18th century, no look and feel. My photography goes back to the 18th century. So everything I do, I'm trying to combine old and new together.
There's nothing captivate your mind or make you think or bring any emotions except attraction, I guess. Kind of female things and being sexy. But you go so much beyond that. And to be honest, it's my personal opinion. I'm not speaking for everyone else. But I'm tired to be sexualized in my images. I'm not looking for it. I got it. I'm sexy and I know it, so pretty much. Mm-hmm. But I actually want to be me personally.
Why? What point in life, or what made you decide that, you know what I wanted then is not what I want now? I don't want to be sexualized in this way anymore.
And picture of me, him photographing me.
Second year.
Pretend like a picture.
I was slaughtered lamb to a sacrifice. They told me in the hills there's a group of guys that's taking riches and giving life. Oh Lord. My grandma told me, watch out for that Mojo man. Watch out now, 'cause he is bad. Soon up now, baby, yeah. He'll take your soul and sell it. He'll sell it for a penny while he is greedy. Oh Lord. Been sitting here thinking a lot about life. Realize they're telling lies. So much corruption in the world today. They'll turn you against your neighbor, and then from you they'll walk away. Now hey, hey.
This clothes for the shoot was prepared by, custom made for me for the shoot. It was prepared by Zap Design. She is a local designer in Austin, and I will provide information below the link. Okay. It's not even.
It's not too tight, is it?
You don't want it too tight?
No, I don't want it too tight. It doesn't have to. I can always shrink it in Photoshop. I want you to be able to breathe.
Okay. All right then. So.
Stand still
I
one
will
second.
probably sit.
Stand there for 1 second. Okay, define this look for me.
This image of red fairy, kind of fairy. It's more, I would say, maroon color than red, and with I think we're going to use water, so it's a fairy. I will create a fairy. There's some missing jewelry, and I'll have also a different color of hair. I'm going to use red color hair, so it's a red fairy on a Jekyll Island.
Okay.
When you find out they control all you got now. Alright. My grandma told me, watch out for that Mojo. She said, watch out, boy, cause he is bad. He'll take your soul, he'll sell it for a penny. Why he is bad. Just get in and grin. My grandma told me, watch out for that Mojo. Watch out for that man, boy, cause he is showed up not bad. Yeah, yeah. He'll take your soul and sell it for a penny. Why he is bad. Just get in and grin. Mojo, Mojo. Don't take his hands, yeah, yeah. Mojo, Mojo. He's a
The
real
definition
bad,
of
bad, bad man.
is fairy godness would play with fire, and then she turned the fire to stones, and we have a lot of gray. So I'm going to incorporate a gray surround, and I'll bring the color in it, a purple maroon color.
Okay. So, the fire is our theme. As before, it might have been wind. This time would be, I guess, our theme would be fire.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You taking off your wings, would that be symbolic of you losing your virginity?
Wow, that's an interesting analogy you said. I am very into things like this, I think. In fact, virginity is something very valuable for any girls out there. And by any means, no one should be rushing to lose it because it's such a gift. I don't know why modern world would not appreciate that. But no, I would not see, since it was not white wings, I don't think that it would be the same analogy. Taking my wings is taking my virginity. I would not draw that analogy. I think taking my wings, it's like in a movie, Maleficent. It's taking power.
Tell me, and you said something, but you know, they say white represents purity, but things that are dark represent substance, and virginity is a thing of substance. So might that represent the loss of substance, of virginity?
He's a good lawyer.
That's interesting that you think it's a substance. I mean, we all material, I understand, but virginity, it's actually a state of mind.
Virginity is a state of mind?
Yes.
So that would make you a perpetual virgin.
Well, in a way, I think
All right, let's go.
yes, in a way.
In a way, you're a perpetual virgin.
Yes. I would like to think that I.
This virginity has nothing to do with the act of sex. It's in the mind. Sorry.
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, are you agreeing with her? Because if it has to do with the mental state, I don't think there are any virgins. I think by the time somebody reaches 6 years old, it's
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Kelly
much.
Dollar High.
I really appreciate this event. I would like to check out Eva Navaloska on Facebook.com or Eva.Navaloska. Thank you so much for the support.
Sounds fun.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here watching the daily news. Seen my face was kind of confused. No, because it didn't go as planned. For you to take my soul into your deep abyss. All your riches don't amount to a lot. When you find out they control all you got. Alright. Grandma told me, watch out for that mojo. She said, watch out, mama. Cause he is bad. He'll take your soul, he'll sell it for a penny. Why he is bad. Just get it and granny. Grandma told me, watch out for that mojo. Watch out for that man, boy, cause he showed up not bad, yeah, yeah. He'll take your soul and sell it for a penny. Why he is bad. Skinny and granny. Mojo. Don't take his hand, yeah, yeah. Mojo. He's a real bad, bad, bad man. See, he'll bring it home.
What? Stay there.
If you would like to see more of my photography, please check it out my Facebook at eva.navaloska or follow me on Instagram eva.navaloska. Hello and thank you guys for your support. Looking forward for more of your likes and comments. Thanks.
What do you think you have to offer your viewers? People who follow you, what do you have to offer them?
Well, I believe I take a higher standards in modeling. I don't just expose my body. In fact, I don't do that because there are so many people, so many girls trying to make their name and doing the same thing, exposing their body. I think my modeling is different in a way because I do know what I want. I like to work with photographers who actually taking it to the point of art versus just do pictures of beautiful girl. And I believe I create art, and I have a lot of positive feedback from people who just saying that I change their mood, I make their day, I really inspire them with my photography. Well, of course, I cannot just take a credit by myself, but obviously working with great photographers like SteamPunk Chuck and the other one I work with, create this beauty and create this inspiration for many. So I do believe in a way, in many ways actually, I'm different. My perception and my creation is different.
You know, a white angel is good to look at, but it's like greens or broccoli or a certain fruit, like an orange, darkly orange, the black a bit, all those kinds of things. So my point is, if you're going to be a substantive angel that nourishes those who follow you, you're going to have to become a dark angel.
I think it's very essential. There's no black and there's no white in real life, and there's a bunch of shadows. So we're somewhere in the middle, with shadows of white and shadows of black. So we all mix.
I didn't say black, I said dark.
Okay, dark.
Yeah.
Dark and black is the same.
No.
So I think
You can be dark red, you can be dark blue, you can be dark green.
I think in a way everyone has their white sides and their black sides. So bringing up a dark angel.
Okay, so we're gonna need more substance. We'll stop there.
Experience, of course. Well, when you're young, if like Audrey, like you're 16 and 15, you kind of let the guys around you. It starts with your father, I guess, and then it starts with your friends, classmates, first in school, then university, then your friends in the street when you hang out and in your neighborhood. They start, those males start defining who you are by comments they make and
Are you
how they're taking
sure
it.
the males are the ones who are defining who you are, or is it the person listening to them, allowing them to define you? Because no one can force you to do anything.
Absolutely, yes, but at the time I didn't know better. You know, I don't have other experience, but like now, me myself today and me myself at my 16 years old, completely different people. There's this insecure girl who looking for confirmation of is she beautiful, is she sexy. In fact, I don't even knew what the word sexy means.
Tell me
even-
what the 40-year-old Eva would say.
I think for the 40 years of Eva, it was important to like and be satisfied with yourself, not to trying to define. I mean, I've done all my definition. I know who I am, and cannot compete with myself at this point. So the 40 years Eva be better to accomplish something that she could proud of herself.
Define proud of yourself. In order to become proud of yourself, you have to have a plan.
That's true.
How do you get there? What does that look like, being proud? Explain that to me.
It all comes from internal power and internal recognition of your achievements, internal realization that how much efforts I put in something and now have results. Appreciation. I think the key word is appreciation of yourself. Appreciation of struggle. Like in my case, I'm an immigrant and I didn't know a lot of English when I came 10 years ago in the United States. And compare me with other people, yeah, I do have an accent and sometimes I struggle with my words, and especially when I get emotional, I cannot get them in active. But think about, there's not so many people like me actually challenged completely, being in challenged in a way, professional and personal way. One thing is being tourist in another country, and another thing is actually moved and lived and pursued the degree and actually finishing degree. In my case, it was an achievement. Finishing my business degree, my MBA, was quite an achievement. It was very challenging. It was 5 years of my life. Could have been faster, but granted that I didn't have a lot of English back then, and I had to. I had a travel pack, like I said. I had just enough to order food and go into a restaurant and maybe, hotel. So this is the travel pack. As you speak as a tourist, but I couldn't hold a conversation more than 5 minutes because my vocabulary was exhausted, and there's nothing else to say or say and respond back to it except emotion. So granted that I started almost with nothing, I think accomplishing MBA was a pretty big accomplishment. Not every American on average even have an MBA or pursuing dreams. And then challenging yourself in a work environment again when people don't give you any credit, or well, you're not a foreigner, we're not going to judge you or give you a little bit of slack because you're not. Because I had to compete on the same level when English should not be no one would take me granted or some leeway because my English is not my second language. So I have to compete in an environment with I should appreciate what I have done and kind of start with loving yourself and appreciating yourself.
How do you love yourself?
Like I said, it's appreciation actually where I came from, what I've done to pursue my dreams and career.
So that's loving what you've done. How do you love you?
Maybe not get biased and affected by other people on what they say about me or
So are you saying, so how can you say that I'm confident,
right,
but I allow other people to affect me?
That's true. So the loving yourself is a confidence and believe in yourself, and maybe accepting mistakes and maybe imperfections in the first place. That's true. The key word is accept yourself as you are.
But are you accepting yourself if you're saying that you are worried about what other people think?
I was quite worried, and this is the transformation that I started in 16 when I had nothing, I had no protection or barriers, like now I have a gates, like you can say, you mentioned earlier where I have walls. I have these walls, but I had to create this with experience and loving myself and not to let everyone in my space and not to everyone judge me and give me labels on who I am, what I do, not to let people define me. So with my walls, I define who I am. And with these statements, I go into the wall and I establish in myself by communicating my statement, by knowing where is my boundaries, by knowing who I am, and not letting people to define who I am.
So by creating a wall to keep people out, people have defined who you are. Because you have defined yourself based on what other people think of you. So what you're trying to prevent, you have now just created.
I didn't follow your logic because now I'm no longer depending on what people say.
A wall to keep people from coming in. You've created that wall. Why? Because you didn't want those people to come in, right?
Yeah.
So now these people have made you create this wall. They dictated that, not you. You created this wall for them. So therefore, you are not living your life for you. You're living your life for those other people. You've created a war, a wall, a protection based on others' opinions. But you tell yourself that I'm confident, I'm in control. But you're not in control if you're allowing others to dictate what you do. You are making your life is basically based on the defense or the fight against those others. So you're telling me two different things. I am confident, I've created my world, and I'm independent. But I've allowed myself to change my world to protect myself from these people. I don't have a wall. These people will never, ever tell me what to do. These people will never change my mind. I will do what the hell I want to do. To me, that's power and confidence. I have no fear. Come on in. I'll let you know what I want. I'll tell you exactly my emotions, my feelings. If you don't like it, leave. Now I'm in control of my world. Because now the only people who are going to come in my world are people who understand me and can take me. And that's the real me.
Right.
Now, if I build a wall, that's a fake me. That's a representative. People don't know who I really am. So how can I build a life on something that is fake? Because that's not really me.
Right. I think we just have misunderstanding about the concept of the wall. What I meant to say is the guise is no longer define who I am. They don't define my sexuality or am I, am I sexy, am I beautiful. No one defined my beauty either.
What is beauty?
Well, beauty is asymmetry. So, symmetry. Number one, it's
So-
biological health and symmetry.
Mhm.
That's a simple definition of beauty.
A rock can be beautiful.
Then it goes beyond.
A
So
puppy can be beautiful.
that's true. Anything can be beautiful.
Exactly. I believe in moral
So
consistency.
now, what's the beauty? Then we go define. So this is the first layer. Beautiful outside or appearance beautiful. It's just a healthy person with the symmetrical features. That's
A
beauty.
big fat woman,
Biological
a big fat woman with pimples on her face
can be beautiful too.
can be.
You don't by chance have one close by anywhere, do you?
Lord have mercy, man. You, come on, Cameron.
Can be beautiful too.
She can be beautiful as well. Here's the way.
Because you didn't let me explain myself.
Sure.
This is the first level of definition. It's like a primitive. It's on the surface. That's what laying on the surface. You can see it with your eyes, and we judge people in the first 30 seconds or even 5 seconds or somewhere I've heard. So then it goes beyond to it, and it goes. We're talking about inside beauty. We listen to the person. We hear what he has to say, what drives that person, what principle he lives by, and we find this beautiful, attractive. Or then it goes situational beauty. The person acts the way which is beautiful. Like say, a father is tightening a little shoe on his daughter. We find the situation is beautiful because it's such an essence, like the man and power and beautiful. Little girl and he's tightening her shoes. It's beautiful. Or like older man holding the hands of older woman and they've been together for 70 years or 60 years.
Is that where you want to be?
Holding someone's hand.
Yes. I already know your answer. I already know your answer.
What's my answer?
You can't go there with your head. Your head does not calculate that. That is something that you maybe would be nice, but it's not realistic for you to even go there. It's almost like a fantasy for you to go there because that wall that you've created does not allow you to go there because that's something not attainable to you. Because in order to get there, you have to give yourself up. You have to let go. You fear letting yourself go. So I'm playing with you right now because what I'm doing is I'm asking you, you just told me that that's beautiful. That's beauty. Now, why would you not want something beautiful? But then when I say, okay, do you want that beautiful? Then you stop. And you do not, you become your own enemy because your soul wants that. Your true feelings on the inside wants that holding the hands at 50 years old. But then your brain comes into play and you start saying, I don't like the work that I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to let myself go and be vulnerable, and I'm a powerful and strong woman, and I can't have that. Your mind can't go there.
I don't think so. I mean,
Of course you don't.
no. I think you're not getting a good feeling of me. You
I have
can
a great
change
feeling
the
of you.
definition of beauty. I mean, you cannot change these beautiful things that are beautiful, like situational, as I explained. Would I want to be there? I think I do. I just didn't. In my experience, I just didn't find a perfect, man that I can see that beauty to the rest
You
of
have to
my
be
life.
perfect first.
Well, maybe true. Yeah, that's true as well. But
So if your first answer is that I need to find that perfect man,
right.
first of all, you need to be able to describe you. Because you have to know you first. In order to know you, in order to find that perfect man, you have to know what you're offering him.
I totally agree with you. I think we should start with ourselves. We should know ourselves. And
So who are you?
I'm still defining myself.
So if you're still defining yourself, it's very difficult to find that perfect man now, is it?
That's true.
Because what information are you going to give him? Because love is something that you shouldn't ask for. Love is something that should be an automatic. It's an emotion. It's a feeling. It's feeling that, you know what, I don't care what I do, this person is going to have my back. I know this because every action that that person does shows me that, he really cares or she really cares. That's the only way you can find love. And if you're not putting things into the world that make people feel this way about you, you will never find love.
I would not disagree with your a person feel insecure. This person
Not
make you
feeling secure. I don't want to go against your, independent thing, because you do you push this independent thing, and which is good. I understand the emotion that caused that for you.
You believe in karma, or some kind of.
I believe you get. I believe you get in this world what you put out. I believe you attract the people into your world
Right.
that your character dictates.
That's true. We definitely attract because thoughts are energy. Energy is vibrates, and we attract people alike or.
I don't understand that, but I
situation.
know where you're going. Yeah.
I think my karma is kind of challenge their notions about this Ukrainian and Slavic and women's. I have to be independent. I have to rely on myself. This is my goal, my karma. And I'm not there yet. I'm not like fully independent like I would like to be, fully financially independent. But it's something I redefine, and not just on my personal level.
Been sitting here thinking, talking to myself, trying to find answers to why we're here. Now people call me crazy, talking to myself, but I'm trying to find solutions to a commonwealth. Out in the distance, I can hear a cry of a slaughtered lamb to a sacrifice. They told me in the hills there's a group of guys that's taking riches and giving life. Oh Lord, my grandma told me, watch out for that Mojo man. Watch out now, 'cause he is bad. Don't look now, bad, yeah. He'll take your soul and sell it. He'll sell it for a penny. While he is greedy. Oh Lord, been sitting here thinking a lot about life, and realize they're telling lies. So much corruption in the world today. They'll turn you against your neighbor, and then from you they'll walk away. Now hey, my grandma told me, watch out for that Mojo man. Watch out for that man, 'cause he is bad. Sure enough, yeah. He'll take your soul and he'll sell it for a penny. He'll sell it for a penny. He is bad. My grandma told me, watch out for that Mojo man. Watch out for that man, 'cause he is bad. Sure enough, not bad, yeah. He'll take your soul and sell it for a penny. While he is greedy. Mojo man. Mojo man. Been sitting here watching